Thank you. Let me open up to questions. Are there questions of the panelists?
This question goes to Mr. Conrad.
Yep.
Every bank has to fulfill certain community reinvestment requirements. Is part of that fulfillment getting involved with agencies like Acción New York?
That's something probably that would be addressed more with the, probably better directed with the public relations or public affairs type of department within the bank who kind of handles those things. We work on a local level, though, with individuals more on a case-by-case basis, as opposed to with particular organizations to fulfill, let's say, the Community Reinvestment Act or something like that.
I'll jump in, though, because I know that the answer is yes. And in fact, when I said that we're intermediaries, because of exactly that. What happens is institutions like Citizens and others invest in Acción. Acción then on-lends, because we're lending usually in the areas where folks have the hardest, or most difficult challenge in terms of getting capital. And so in fulfilling the CRA requirement of getting dollars to those communities, we're the vehicle through which that's done. The reasons why institutions lend to us is that we've never defaulted on any debt. We started in 1991. We've done, I want to say, over $140 million, over 18,000 loans since then. And so for a banking institution, that, as mentioned before, they really can't afford to take risk. We don't want the institutions to take risk. We've seen what's happened already. We want them to be sure and solid institutions. They're looking for sure and solid partners. We're that partner. And we're a nonprofit because since we're taking the risk, we're going to absorb those losses, and we fund those losses through our foundations and donors that help support our mission. So I like to say we're like the Star Trek Enterprise. We boldly land where no bank will ever go. But it's that partnership of private capital, foundations, comes together through organization, not just Acción, many other organizations like us. And we fulfill a very unique role in terms of expanding the capital pie.
Thank you. Other questions, thoughts for the panel? While you're thinking, I have a question. We've heard concerns raised about the TARP, David, Pravina, and panel, providing a tremendous amount of money to the banking institutions, but the concern is that a lot of that money is not trickling back down into the communities for lending purposes. How have you seen that from your perspective?
We were actually one of the few banks that did not receive any TARP money. So from Citizens' perspective, we didn't receive it to begin with, which kind of speaks a little bit to our financial strength, and we were able to kind of survive without it. As far as our underwriting requirements, we are a bank, so we are a little bit conservative. Have we gotten maybe a little bit more conservative since then? Possibly. But like I say, since we didn't receive any funding as far as TARP goes, we haven't really had any changes or direct direct impact as far as lending back to the taxpayer, because we didn't receive it in the first place. So it's pretty much, as far as our levels of business done, are pretty consistent throughout the past couple of years.
Very good. Absent TARP funding, though, have you seen your level of lending be fairly consistent with what it's been in the past?
Yeah, tightened a little bit. We're still doing lending now. We're still doing deals. We're still booking a good amount of business per month, per year. So it's not like we've shut down shop or anything like that. Our underwriting guidelines may have gotten a little bit tighter, but not dramatically.
You're still lending to good credits.
Absolutely.
Yep, terrific. And Pravina, on the SBA side, there was some very nice news in the stimulus package, expanding some opportunities. What are the results thus far?
So we had over $375 million for our 90% loan guarantee program, which means not a lot for small businesses, but from a lending perspective, it means that we guaranteed 90% of the loans. The banks were only 10% taking a risk. That money is actually going to be done at the end of the year. We've all spent it, so we've made over more than $375 million. And then there was another $225 million for ARC funding, which will be lasting until September 30th, 2010. And we're currently on Hill to get an extension for the original 90% guarantee until February 17th. So we've been definitely seeing an increase in lending. And like I said, we've just hit our highest month since August 2007.
Well, that's good news. That's good news. The economy looks like it's hopefully on its way back, perhaps more slowly than some of us are hoping for, but on its way back. With that, let me stop here so we can get our schedule back a little closer to where it's supposed to be. I want to thank our panelists, and I want to wish all of you a very joyous and peaceful holiday season. Thank you.